Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Capricorn. And what I mean by that is that either you have your sun or your moon sign, your rising sign in the sign of Capricorn. And why is that significant? So your sun sign represents your core personality. Your moon sign represents your emotions and all of those watery things like your emotions, your relationships, your inner voice, all of that kind of stuff. And then your rising sign has to do with the mask that you present to the outside world. So this is how you present yourself to those. So some people like to watch all three of those if they happen to know what their moon and rising signs are, because it gives you a fuller picture. Now, why that may be important for this month, because April is a very big energetic month. There's a bunch of things that are happening next month. It's affecting all signs. Three of the things that I'm going to mention right now is, firstly, we have Mercury, the planet Mercury is going retrograde as of April 1st, and it's usually in retrograde for about 3 weeks. I typically start feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde a week in advance, and I can tell you that I have really already been feeling those energies. So what does that mean? So when Mercury goes retrograde, it feels as though whatever that planet represents, which for us is communication, it feels as though things slow down, very slow, and things also go a little wonky in terms of electronics, in terms of communication, in terms of travel plans, anything that has to do with electronics. So you might see that your check engine light might pop on and you haven't had any problems with your car, or you might have cell phone service issues with your internet during this month. There's a whole bunch of things that it could affect. But the thing that I would say is, if you have an important message that you want to deliver to someone, you want to make sure that you have that person's full attention, because you don't want any misunderstandings. So you might want to make sure that you have eye contact and that you're giving yourselves enough time for them to be able to assimilate the message that you give them. And then the other thing is, if you are doing any travel, you definitely want to double check all your plans. Check everything, because you're not the only one affected. Everybody on the planet is affected by these energies. And it's very similar to when you have a full moon. People kind of get a little crazy during the full moon, and it affects our tides. So if we have the moon, which is the closest planet to us, or closest body, celestial body to us, and it can affect us during the full moon, imagine what these energies can do with a Mercury, with a retrograde, or the other thing that I was going to talk about was on August the 8th, we have a solar eclipse that is going to go across the United States. There's a lot of information out there about this. Some people are calling it quite biblical, because there are I think it was 7 cities or towns called Nineveh, which Nineveh is referenced in the Bible. Some people are looking at this as a very biblical experience that's going to be happening on the 8th of April. All I can say is that what I have been picking up is that it is also one of those things that are just either going to really elevate you in some way, or that it's going to really bog you down. So it just depends on how you interpret and accept the energies coming through. The last date for April that I want to bring up, and I can't remember exactly what it affects, but I know that April 20 is also a very big day. I probably will be talking about that in my mid-month messages to you once I've had more time to be able to discern and do a little bit more research as to what that is and how it's affecting us. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to I'm going to pull a card from this fortune cookie deck. One of the things I did want to show you is if you look at the back, those represent dragons. And if you know anything about Chinese astrology, we are in the year of the wood dragon. So I thought it'd be fun to pull a message to see what comes through and then how that ties into your overall layout. And then I'm gonna pull cards for you, and I'm gonna pull clarifying cards for you. So every card that I pull here, I'm gonna clarify. And then when I finish with that portion of your reading, I'm going to conclude your reading, tie it all up together in this beautiful April bow with some messages from the Tea Leaf Tarot deck. Tea Leaf Tarot, I think is what it's called. Okay. So first, let me put my glasses on so I can read your message, so we can do your fortune cookie. And your message is perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. So be persevering. So perseverance in tarot has to do with the number 6, persevering. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna take myself off screen so I can do your reading. We can concentrate on your cards. When I finish this portion, I'll put myself back on screen and I'll give you your last 5 messages. A lot of times those messages tie up the reading, but there's also information that comes through from Spirit that Spirit wants you to be aware of. So I hope you stay to the end. Those of you who are new to my channel would absolutely love it if you would subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just notifies you when I have dropped new content, and it really helps my channel grow. So I appreciate your help with that. If you are returning, just please click the like button. That is important for me as well. Thank you so much. Okay, so your first card is King of Michael. This would be the King of Swords card. So Capricorn, you are starting out very strongly in your reading. As a matter of fact, this is representing you and your energy. Your next steps have to do with the 10 of Michael. Your obstacles have to do with the King of Ariel, Strengths, Queen of Raphael, and then your outcome is the 8 of Gabriel. So, as I mentioned, this is your energy right here. King of Michael, he's principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. He has the energies of wisdom and objectivity, which are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So this king is our honest and open communicating king. He is one that has a lot of knowledge. He is the one that really likes to understand the details of things. He's very analytical. He has that energy going for him. Now, it's funny because you wouldn't think that this energy would represent Capricorn specifically, but it does. I was not the one that assigned the cards to the individual signs, but this is one of the energies that represents your energy. So what I'm going to do now is pull some additional cards. What else do we need to know about this king, please? So this king could represent you. It could also represent your energy at this time as we move into the month of April. Or this could be somebody that's close to you, somebody that you are going to come into contact with, or that you are going to, that you may be married to, somebody that you know that's close to you could be representative of this king or this king energy. The other thing about kings is kings are all about knowledge. So either gaining knowledge, using existing knowledge, this is a good mentor type of a person, or it's also someone that is a professional of some kind. So you're clarified by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is my wounded warrior. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. We love the Pentacles energy, don't we, Capricorn, Earth sign? Okay, so what it's saying is this 9 is representative of you just really grinding things out. Like it could be associated with your job. You may be feeling as though you have been really working hard. You're not getting as much recognition as you would like. This then could also then represent your supervisor or your boss. And it feels as though what Spirit is saying is that you just need to keep moving, keep going forward, that you are advancing, you are making progression in your endeavors. And it's solidified by this Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. This is a card of creating abundant physical security. So this would be tapping into your wealth energy. This is also tapping into your career, your possessions, your home, all of those things. And all of this is a very positive, uplifting, beautiful card. And basically what it says is that you're really working very diligently, even to the point of where you're burning yourself out, right? Working very diligently to create that beautiful connected home space for yourself, heart connected home space. Your next steps have to do with the Ten of Michaels. Now it's saying that a situation has ended and you are finally free. So maybe it's a thing where this Nine of Wands energy is saying, yes, you have persevered to the point where you have completed your project, completed your chapter, completed a situation, right? Ending of a situation. And it says a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow, and put the past behind you. Now, if you look at the card, this is a prima ballerina. She is on stage. She's taking her bows. So what I'm going to say to you, Capricorn, is take your bows, especially if you have been just working really hard to move ahead, create the life that you want. You've been working on your manifestations, all of those things. And the thing about the prima ballerina, as you know, is, a lot of times ballerinas start training like at the age of 5. And they may train and train and train and train. And it takes a very special individual in order to be able to be given that gift of being the prima ballerina. You have to work harder than everybody else, put in more grind, really step up to the plate in order for you to be chosen for that role. And I feel as though what this is really saying is that is what you have been doing. You've been grinding it. You've been doing all of the work. You have been doing the soul searching. You've been doing the dark nights of the soul. You are feeling as though you have worked really hard. And now I feel as though what Spirit is saying is that the blessings will now come and a new opportunity is going to be available to you. So let's see what else Spirit would like you to know about this 10 of Michael for our Capricorns, please, Spirit. What do our Capricorns need to know about this 10 of Michael, how it is affecting them for the month of April? What do they need to know? A new opportunity. A new opportunity is going to come in, as it says, something is ending, new opportunities being offered. This is a gift from God. Whatever this opportunity is going to be very inspiring and very creative. I feel as though it will really ignite your passion. It's going to make you feel very motivated to move forward. And the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is looking for emotional stability. So the fours are about stability. The fours are about balance. And if it is badly aspected, which it really isn't, it's also about stagnation and depression. But if you look at this individual, his body language is that he's all blocked off, right? So this four is actually his three cups here are empty. So he has used up all of that emotional energy here for himself. And now he's feeling kind of depleted. And what he's not recognizing in this moment is that God is handing him this new opportunity. This new opportunity is also going to make him feel very emotionally connected. It's about feeling really good. It's about feeling stable. It's about listening to your inner voice. And it's also confirmed by this Ace of Wands. Now, the thing about opportunities, as always, is once you are handed an opportunity, you then have to take action and do something with it, right? So don't dilly-dally. Once you recognize that and you feel as though that's the direction you want to go, just start taking action and moving forward. So we have the King of Ariel, who says, this is a successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful king. It says your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, and using resources wisely. However, this position is in the obstacles. So that would be in this direction. And so basically what it is saying is that you may be obsessing over wealth or your money in some way. Maybe you're worried about your finances at this time because of all the instability in the market and all the talk about what's going on with the banks. All of those types of things may be causing you to get emotionally balled up, right? Emotionally upset about the whole aspect of money. And the other thing about this energy is that, it just feels as though you kind of have to balance your spiritual and your physical realities right now. Because if you're spending all of your time and energy on, your finances and your physical security, your wealth, you will become out of balance. And basically what spirit wants is for you to figure out where it is that those energies are being depleted so that you can shore up whatever those energies are causing you to feel depleted, right? So that you can counteract those energies. So let's get some additional information here. Typically, this card is always about dreaming your biggest dream to life, right? This king does represent masculine energy. So this could be another person that you are dealing with. This could be your significant other. It could be your dad, a brother. It could be a family member. It could be a friend, whatever it is, as an individual, as a person, right? And if, the thing about us as beings is that we have masculine and feminine energy within us. And there are different times when we need to be more feminine, we will use that aspect. When we need to be more masculine, take action, then we use that aspect. So regardless, it doesn't really matter the gender, it's the energetic of the cards that I'm reading for you, just for clarity. So your first card is the Two of Pentacles. Now that's about juggling. This is juggling exactly what I was saying. Some of you may be really struggling with balancing, your day-to-day life with your with your spirituality. And this Two of Pentacles is saying that you have choices. You can, that you're facing, that you're looking at choices in terms of that energetic. And then also it is also a card of making decisions. So again, this infinity sign is that you're juggling these energies. I look at this card as my work hard, play hard card. So some of you are going to be implementing or utilizing more of that, balanced energetic energies for yourself as you bring in the star card. Now, the star card is one of my favorite cards. I love this card because basically this is about your long-term plans and goals. This is also whether or not you're walking your true north. This is also a wish fulfillment card, and this is a deep healing card as well. So if you have been feeling as though you've been beat up as you come to this completion with your 10 of Michael, for whatever that means for you, this is saying now you're going to have your batteries reset. You're going to be recharged. You're going to have this ability to do some deep healing work as well as you progress through your month. And overall, it looks pretty good, actually. Your next energy has to do with your strengths. And your strengths have to do with the Queen of Cups, Queen of Raphael. She's a very kind queen. She's very understanding, patient, giving, and she's very psychic. Now, what's interesting is this card has come up with other signs as well as I started doing these readings. And what Spirit dropped into my mind is that as we go through this solar eclipse energy, especially if you live here in the US, although it's going to affect everyone around the world. But if you live here in the US, it feels as though that eclipse, it comes in, right? It's going to move across the United States, right? Up into Canada. And as it's making that sweep, it's like it's pulling away the veil. And as a result of it pulling away the veil, it's allowing more of your true spiritual gifts to come in, with psychic abilities being one of the bigger ones. Now, what that means is that your third eye is going to be activated. Your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, they work in conjunction with one another when you are utilizing your psychic information. We all have psychic information. We all have these abilities. It's not like one of us is more powerful than the next. That is not the case. The case is that some people have spent a good deal of time developing those abilities, whereas other people have just allowed those abilities to just manifest for themselves and they own them. And then other people have just not even cared one way or the other. So wherever you are on that spectrum, I'm just letting you know that your information that's going to come in is trustworthy psychic information. Okay, so utilize that to your benefit in whatever way that means for you, as long as it's for the positive of the humanity and positive for yourself and positive for those around you. I champion you to really start tapping into that psychic information for yourself. Okay, so clarifier. Oh, the Empress. The Empress, Capricorn. We love her. Oh, and then you got the Chariot. You've got a lot of majors now, right? You started out with no majors, but now you've got the Star, the Empress, and the Chariot. My Empress, she is our abundant queen. Now, the thing I am going to say is that if you are of childbearing years, you're very fertile at this time. So if you are looking to start a family, or you're looking to have another child or have a child, now is the time to do it. Because she's very fertile. That's what her whole energy is about. This is the divine feminine energy. This is Mother Gaia. This is very much connected to the earth energy. She knows how to manifest, and that's all she does. She manifests all this stuff, and all she, she really utilizes all of her gifts. And also, we have the sign here with it on this heart of Venus, and Venus is the planet of love. So this is also a very nurturing card, a very healing card. This is also a card of abundance, of happiness, of joy, of creating all those things in your life, as well as unconditional love. This would be like the love that you would have for your dog or your cat or your, favorite pet. It's like, it's just love that just pours out of you because it's that high vibrational energetic. So you're being blessed with this. As you utilize your heart center, you are bringing in more of your Empress energy. And then you're also being blessed with this Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card is leaving behind his old life. He is trusting his process. He's trusting his guidance. And his guidance is you cannot grow if you stay where you're at. You need to move forward. This card is a card of travel. It's also a card of potential relocating. So some of you may be moving or thinking about moving. Some of you may be moving abroad and moving somewhere than where you're at. And it's a time where there will be a lot of movement on the planet because people are being relocated here and there based on what their soul is telling them to do. This is a fast moving card. The Chariot is about very fast progression. This is a card of advancement. It is a card of making really strong headway in whatever it is that you're working on or working towards, what you're trying to create in your life, and you are being blessed by this charioteer here. Looking good. Your final card is the Eight of Gabriel. The energy says this is a great deal of activity, which I am going to say it absolutely is. You just got the Chariot card. It's also talking about sudden and immediate results, important communication. So the Eight of Gabriel also translates to the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is a victory. It's my victory card. It is my celebratory card. This is recognizing you for all of your hard work. It is fast-moving energy. It is allowing you to drop things in a moment's notice to pick up and just take off again, right? So this is a beautiful card. Let's get some clarity as to what else this is referring to for our Capricorns, please. Overall, this is looking really good, you guys. You've got a really lot of high vibrational cards here. You have a lot of opportunity to really make some beautiful changes as you transition, work out of that, night of the dark night of the soul type of energy, where you're feeling as though you're really, putting down this heavy burden here. It's dead, done, and over, and now you're starting new starts, and you have that ace as well. So for the Eight of Gabriel, can I have clarifiers? What else does our Capricorns need to know for the month of April? Justice. Justice. So the Justice card does represent law and order and temperance. Okay. So the Justice card, now again, here's another gold card, gold, right? And these are two major arcana. So far you've got 5 major arcanas in your clarifiers. So the Eight of Gabriel's fast-moving energy, it does feel as though if you are doing anything with the law right now, meaning if you have any type of an open case or you've had some kind of a lawsuit against you for whatever reason, it feels as though that it's going to go into your favor. That the court system will honor what it is that you're bringing forward. You do see this truth sword here. Whenever you see a sword upright in tarot, that is speaking about truth and integrity. So this card right here is our Justice card. It is talking about truth and integrity. It's also talking about you being on the right path, discovering the truth that you're looking for. And this is, again, another blessing card. And then we have Temperance. Now, the Temperance card is about balance. It's about your patience. And Temperance is also about being very cautious. So if any of you are signing any contracts, I would say from this moment forward until the end of April, I would just double check all of the information on there. Just read the fine print, make sure you understand what it is you're signing for, because you are going to be obligated for that, because you are signing on the dotted line, right, with truth and integrity. And you want to know what you are agreeing to, really. The Temperance card is also my card. So this is our angel that is over looking, helping you along your way. This is also the energy of stepping into your personal power. She's got one foot again on the earth plane and the other foot in the higher dimensions. So you are really balancing some beautiful energies here. And it's coming in pretty quick. I feel as though this is your energy, and in terms of your spiritual aspects of what's happening for you for this month. And as I said, I really do feel as though the solar eclipse is really going to strip layers of that veil away so that you can see things much more clearly. Overall, this looks really, really good, Capricorn. I don't see anything here that is a problem of any kind. It really does look pretty amazing. All right, so let's bring me back on camera. My light has shifted, so I look really faded out. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take 5 cards from this. And if you've made it this far, I'd absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. It means so much to me. Thank you so much. Your first card is the Throne, so a position of authority. So some of you that may be changing jobs, looking for something else, you may be moving into, or if you're getting a promotion or you're being considered for a promotion, it feels as though you're going to be elevated. You're going to be bumped up. Your second card is about your career, so that just makes sense. Third card is about a bow. You're highly thought of. Fourth card is a door. Opportunities are awaiting for you. And then your last card is target, a goal-oriented person. So overall, I think all of these cards are really just reiterating the information that came through in your reading. It does feel as though once you get past this release right here, where you have this new start, I feel that the rest of this is really going to come in quite beautifully for you. I do feel as though you're going to be making great progress this month. So I hope you found some messages here that were helpful to you. Thank you so much for all of your likes, all of your shares, all of your donations, because people have been donating. I have that new app now that is, buy me a coffee. Because people have asked me, like, how can I donate? Like, it's not like you have to pay for a full reading, but I also provide private reading. So if you're interested in a private reading, my details are in the box below. Or you can go to dawnwilliamstarot.com, all one word, and you can find my website there for my pricing availability. Okay, so have an amazing month. I know I'll be chatting with you again soon, but until then, take very good care of you, Capricorn.